Hello people of the internet, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Monday to you all. Hopefully your week is off to a great start. Today we have got new releases to check out, this one coming courtesy of KARD, and it is their latest song, touted as a digital single, and now after some research, a pre-release single titled Without You. Now, one thing is for sure, when it comes to a KARD release, it is going to want to make you get up and move with it. Whether it be, their typical like Moonbaton Latin dance EDM mix that they go with, or something that's just really catchy, hooky, and in your face. KARD is going to produce a song that gets you moving and grooving. I still remember the first time I listened to, what song was it? Red Moon. Oof. Oh, run, baby, run. Oh, run, baby, run. Oh, yeah. Sorry. But, this is going to be a fun time. So, here we go. It's been a hot minute since I've listened to KARD. I found, on one of the live streams I was watching the other day, that they did, like, an EDM song. I could probably pull it up. Bad, featuring Cassia. Or no, it was Bad by Cassia featuring KARD. Kind of a fire EDM song, I'm not gonna lie. Hints of like KDA in there as well, but the usual like KARD aggressiveness. I very much liked it. But Without You, what is this going to sound like? Now, pre-release single. And Reddit seemed critical about the production value behind it. Not like the song, but the MV, so we'll see. And oh, I should put a warning. I cannot for the life of me get Ju and Somin correct. I'm gonna try my best. I like this kind of tropical house vibe we're starting with though. Give me the vocals, keep them going. I like that build. Very minimal on the chorus. I like that octave displacement in the vocals as well. Yeah, I like this like tropicalness of this verse and the pre-chorus. But the chorus, like the drop just feels really bare bones for me at the moment. I wonder if that'll change the song progresses. What up, J Seth? Yeah, I just wish, because this literally is just one synth and the vocals. I just wish there was another moving, like, musical part in the instrumental somewhere. I do like the vocal harmonies though. Little post-chorus? Yeah, like, I wish we had, like, kind of like this level of layering in the initial chorus drops and maybe a little bit spicier version in this little post-chorus. Big breakdown in the bridge. That's expected. I like the switch up in the accentuated syllable there from Mr. BM. Ooh. Oh, she still got one. Oh, Somin, right? Miss Somin? She's popping on the vocals. that. Huh. You know, it's not the most aggressive KARD song I've ever heard before. And I think that's okay, considering this is a pre-release single. It actually makes a lot of sense why, like, knowing this is a pre-release single, what type of, like, project they've put out. Because, yeah, when, typically I don't, like, read, like, comments about stuff before I watch it all the time. But I wanted to know, like, what this release was about. Is it, like, KARD have dropped like singles in the past, but I feel like they're due a proper comeback. Now especially considering DSP's been bought by RBW. Like, figured they probably have a bigger project than just a single, and I'm kind of glad I did my research on it because I can understand why some people think this MV was rushed in a way. Like, I'm not a video producer by any means, so I don't really focus on like the visuals all that much. But like the single shot, like single set warehouse type vibe is like, kind of makes sense. Like thinking about it as like a visualizer in a way, I think would probably be the best way to approach it. But I'm not a videographer. I'm not even a musician, really. I just like rambling about music. So let's talk about the music. That chorus drop, it definitely grew on me later in the song, like after the first chorus and even after the second chorus to an extent. Like until we got to that post chorus, I kind of did feel like that chorus was a little bit. I think bland might be a little bit too harsh, but bland for like a KARD drop. Like KARD for me have always had these like really impactful drops, whether it comes right on the start of the chorus or like it's a delayed drop or something like that. They've always had a chorus that's been kind of in your face or loud and brash and just kind of gritty in a way. But the drop for Without You just seems so minimalistic for a KARD song. And I guess treating it as a pre-release single, it kind of like you can kind of get away with it, but it just I wanted more from that chorus drop, mainly because that build in the pre-chorus is so good. Like, it's like you had this really nice long melodic build in the pre-chorus. It had that really nice long riser building the instrumental parts. You're getting a dual vocal harmony going there, and then Can't Live Without, and then the drop happens. But once the drop does happen, it's literally one instrumental part that plays the part of both the backing like MR and the instrumental part. And I just wish there was one more melodic element in the background instrumental part that kind of like helped the song move along a little bit, because it just feels naked in a way. And it does, like, that problem for me does kind of fix itself in the second chorus because it has that post chorus at the end of it. Like, this is the second half of the like the second half of like the main body of the chorus, and we're finally getting a little bit of a percussion part to assist that single synth, and we're getting a little bit of a vocal harmony back again. And now that we have that like second synth part now it feels like it's headed in the direction of like the EDM drops that like I know of KARD and their music. And it's like this post chorus definitely I think saves the choruses for me. And like I wish that like kind of like plucky synth was in it from the beginning. Because I think like I much prefer this like post chorus as like a chorus than the actual chorus itself. It just feels too anti-drop for me, even though it's I guess by definition it's considered an anti-drop, but it just like it shouldn't feel like an anti-drop, I think. And for me, it's like it's almost there. It's just missing one little thing. It's like making scrambled eggs for breakfast, and I'm not saying like this is a bad thing if you like plain eggs, but like having just scrambled eggs, no salt, no pepper, no seasoning, no like sriracha hot sauce, no Tabasco, no cheese, anything like that, just plain scrambled eggs. It's just like it needs a little bit of extra spice in it for me. And this post chorus does it well though. It's such a simple like synth line too, but I think it livens up really well. And I mean, once BM comes in on the verse, and even same case with Jacef's verse and like the second body verse, but when you have a rapping verse, you're allowed to kind of like drop the beat a little bit, have a breakdown. So like this is completely understandable. Where's that interlude though? This interlude with Somin? And it's that little moment there where she's letting her just like body dictate what voice she's singing, whether it's her head voice or her chest voice, and the way it just like you can hear her flip back and forth, but she's not forcing her voice to flip back and forth. It's really natural, and it comes across really natural. It's really smooth. The melody is really nice, and I like this little key change they have in here. It definitely livens the song a little bit. And she's still going wild. And I just clocked that final chorus has an extra droning synth part now underneath it. And that's why that final chorus for me comes across as an easier listen. Because, again, it's not that naked synth underneath it. There's layers in that instrumental part. And I guess, in a way, the song does progress into this final chorus, so it makes sense why the first chorus is really naked, and they just kind of like keep building on it as it progresses. And why I like the latter end of the song more than like the beginning end. So I guess, in like kind of a roundabout way, it makes sense. This one's a tough one. Because I like this song. It's not my favorite thing they've done. I still like it. And I understand the composition choices they made throughout it. And it's definitely one of those songs where you need to listen from start to finish to truly kind of like get an understanding and an appreciation for it. Like, it's definitely a song where if you just listen through the first verse and the first chorus, you're going to be missing, I think, the point of the song in a way. So I'm glad we kind of ran through it a second time, admittedly in pieces, but glad that we ran through it again. Because I don't think I would have clocked that final chorus change the first time. But KARD are always a good time to listen to. Even if this wasn't my favorite, like, it's still quintessentially KARD. And I think that's why it works, is because, like, as soon as you listen to it, you know immediately that this is a KARD song. And that's one of their strengths, I think, is the fact that they have such an iconic sound signature that is so easily identifiable just by listening to the song. Like, you if you showed this to someone who knew about KARD, but didn't show the MV, didn't show him who the song was by, and just played it to him, I bet you majority of the time they could probably pick out that this is a KARD song. That's saying a lot. That's saying how much of like a power they have about their musical identity. I think that's really cool. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy and want to see what channel icon is up there, you can find the back catalog of stuff watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.